Welcome back, solar nerds. Welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I had some weird hiccups. I found out that what I'm doing right now, you can't do on an iPhone, which is record your screen and your face at the same time. So I had to go back to my old S20 Android. Anyhow, you can see in the background I've got the Solar Assistant shown in my other videos, and you can see that right now nothing's really happening. I can switch this. So here we are. Rainy day outside. I just recorded the other video about charging from the grid. So I've got the batteries charged up a little shy of 50%, but that'll be enough for our little test here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the output of our system, as you recall, comes out of there, comes down here and into that. Now, my my Teslas were plugged into that, and now I've disconnected that setup and put the old heavy-duty cable here. And if you follow that cable, that is going into my generator input that I have in the house. So right here, this is wired to the interlock setup that's inside my panel. So, you know, if we have a power outage, I can come over here and switch it over. So that's what we're going to do today. And you'll see how we have got no action right now, but you're going to see this go crazy here. And then I've also got another app called Emporia that's monitoring all of my circuits, and there you can see my hot tub is cycling right now, and my heater's probably just running the fan. Got some lights on, the kitchen fridge, so on and so forth, totaling right now 6 kilowatts. Now, I'm not going to use the hot tub in this test, so I need to shut that bad boy off. So you see that, I'll kill that, and we should see right away in Emporia, boom, it's gone. So yeah, you don't need your hot tub when you have a power outage. So we kill that. And now we're doing 1.3 kilowatts, which is easy for this system. But as I told you in the other video, I'm not going to just Mickey Mouse around with this. We're going to cut over, and then we're going to run the heater, and then we're going to run the air conditioner, and we're going to kick on the hot water heater if I can, and you're going to see how we're able to balance all of that. So let's get the party started. We're going to cut the power. Oh, lights are off. Okay, flip on. Hey, guess what? We just kicked on to our system here, and it's, ooh, you know what? I did kill the internet when that happened, so we're gonna have to wait for those apps to come back on, because my router has to reboot. Oops, didn't think about that, but that's okay. Just has to happen. So again, what we've got going on here is we're currently running, you know, I got my lights in the garage here, you know, lights in the house. All of this is running off the battery. You know, my devices are rebooting. Google and Alexa, they're all rebooting, and of course the microwave and everything's blinking now because we shut everything off. So all these lights are running. You can see, well, you can't see yet, but let's go over here. We're going to kick our heat up real quick here. Kick that up to 70. All right, now I don't know if these guys have come online yet. If we go on to our inverters, I can see what my output is. Got a 10% load. Two legs. So I'm gonna pause the video here and then wait for everything to come back. Okay, so we're back. The Solar Assistant takes a while to reboot. I will give it that. Alright, so currently right now, if you take a look, we are on battery and run at about 1 kilowatt. Alright, so that's really nothing for these. So we can look over, we can look over here and see what's taking that. So the heater. Doesn't take much for the heater to do its job. Okay, so what I want to do is challenge this system, right? So one of the things we'll do is we'll go over and we'll cut that AC on, and then you're going to see a really big change here. So come on in here. Okay, so go over here to cool, and we're going to set this to 66. Alright, now lights just flickered because the AC kicked on, and now we're running pretty hard. So if we go back out there, we'll see that now you can hear the fans. Fans are kicking up. If we go over to our Solar Assistant here, you can see now we're 4,500 watts, 4.5 kilowatts, and these guys are pulling about 28 amps each. 26. That guy's doing 30. I will show you that this guy is pumping over here. You can see that is running. One other thing I have is this, and this is something I'll show you guys in another video. This allows me to, this is a soft start, so this allows me to if we look at this, it's communicating with a box that's connected to that device. Now, I haven't messed with this at all since last summer, so it should connect. Now, that'll be a different video, but this is just showing you that we are in fact running the air conditioning. It did start. Now the lights flicker at first, and that's because of how much power it requires to fire up an AC unit. So that one I think was 190 amps or something like that, some crazy number. So that soft start cuts that way down. I think it uses a lot of capacitors and things like that to cut that number down and allow you to run that system off of a generator or, you know, a battery setup like we have here. So as you can see, we're currently 2.7. I'm sorry, it's resetting here. Give it a second. There we go. It's not giving me a total usage anymore because I'm no longer on the main legs. So those sensors for this app are behind the panel. So I took the panel off, and there's little clamp sensors that are on each of the legs that I'm monitoring. And the one big one is on the main that's coming up from below. And so you can see that it's at 0 up here, because it doesn't see any activity on the main. However, it does see it on the legs, so that kind of proves that we're not running on the main. But yeah, air conditioning is running 2.8 kilowatts. I can really ramp this up if I try to engage my hot water heater, so that's always fun. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're not... I want to turn some hot water on it. Usually we'll kick it on. But when you're doing this, you always want to be able to monitor the throughput. So my setup can do 12 kilowatts of output. Once we get past 12, then there's going to be some beeping. It'll shut down. So you can see on here, it's happy. It's 29%. This guy over here is at 50%. So it all really depends on the legs. So yes, I have one line going out, but that's actually 2 legs of 120 volt. If you know how that works. So some of the items on here would be pulling more than some of the others. So you have one side and then the other. Anyway, so we're trying to get that water heater to kick on. It should be pretty evident. Well, we'll see it in here for sure on the Empora app. But, everything's going well right now. 30 amps. I mean, we could get crazy. I could try to turn my oven on. How about that, Let's do that. All right. Let's get crazy. All right. So, let's bake. This ought to cause some trouble. Look at that. The range kicked on. The well pump kicked on too. So now where are we at? Well, we can switch over here. Ooh, now we're at 10,000. We're cooking now, guys. 58% on that leg. 78% on its other leg. We got 79% and 58%. So, yeah, now we're cooking, right? So, what are we running again? The oven is running. The air conditioning is running. The heater is running. That's the fan that's blowing the AC around. The fridge is running a cycle. My family room, I got lights on. I'm waiting for the water heater to turn on. That's going to be a fun one. What do we got? AC. The range. Alright, anyway, so you can see there's ways to make this happen. So it's probably not smart to, when you have an outage, you probably should maybe not take a shower at the same time that your air conditioning is running. I mean, you could, but you need to watch these things, especially this screen right here. That's telling me what I can get away with. So yeah, we're cooking right now. But I'm also losing 26% per hour at this rate. So you can see that right there. So you're going to want to check on that, obviously. I got my 35% there. We're running 8.7 kilowatts right now. Back to this. What's doing it? Well, the oven and the air conditioning. So I can easily run two major things, plus lights. I mean, lights are nothing. You can run TVs and lights all day long. That oven is overkill too. Most of the time we use like an air fryer, which is a lot less than that. So that's really it. I mean, I'm currently off. You know, my service is in the off position. So my batteries are doing all this. We could cook, we can keep cool, which that was my main thing, was keeping the air conditioning going in the summertime. 55 amps. These batteries can do 200 amps each. So that's nothing. Really, my constraint is there. But guess what? I have a third one. If I put this one up, I'll have 18 kilowatt output. I'm kind of holding on to it for a spare, you know, because if one of these goes, I can quickly swap that in. I don't really need that output because, I mean, I've tried it. Air conditioning, you know, unfortunately for me, and it's kind of funny, my wife even laughs at me. If there's a storm, if the lights flicker, I'm like, oh, come on! I'm hoping the power goes out just so I can use this stuff. But, you know, it never does. It never does around here. I swear I've never actually used this for any period of time, like any significant period of time during a power outage the whole time I've been here. But I'll move into Florida in a few months, and I'll be doing videos on that, and I'm sure the power goes out a lot more there than it does here. So guess what? We're going to be ready, solar nerds. Stay tuned.